Assault and batteries, but my trunk stay ever ready. Assault and battery, if you scared, you never ready.
Alright, this is going to be my WrestleMania 30 preview, pretty much going through the whole entire card and talking about each match and letting you know who I think is going to win. Now, I'm filming this Monday afternoon. I am leaving for New Orleans on Wednesday, but my trip technically starts on Tuesday, where I'll be driving to Buffalo and pretty much spending the night there. Buying some Cherry Coke, have to put that on the to-do list. But yeah, flight's about around noon on Wednesday. We're getting into New Orleans Wednesday around 6 p.m. Should be a good time, so obviously I won't have any time to film this, edit it, and put it together and upload it for you guys. So Raw hasn't even happened, but I think the outcome for a lot of the matches are pretty set in stone for now. I wouldn't I don't really see any major swerves coming from this card at all. So first we'll start with the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. There's 4 spots still open, but this is like, I guess, a way for pretty much every single guy to be on the card. I'm looking at the picture right now, like JT, no, sorry, not JTD. He didn't even make the card, poor guy. But you know, Brodus Clay, Titus O'Neil, Damian Sandow, Justin Gabriel, he's another one that's like, you haven't even heard or seen from him in so long. Like, last time I remember Justin Gabriel being relevant at all was on the episode of Total Divas where he's trying to get some JoJo from JoJo, if you know what I mean. But you know, just the bottom, scrape him off the, you know, the end. It's like, these guys are the ones that are in there. And, you know, for, I guess, a simple reason, it's like, bring morale up in the locker room. I guess the WWE's biggest fans are the wrestlers themselves, and you got guys like Zack Ryder and, you know, Titus O'Neil, Damian Sandow, Big E, Kofi. These guys, I guess, can say they at least made it on the card. They may not have a special spot, but at least they made it and they get that WrestleMania paycheck at the end of the day. Now, for these 4 empty spots, I don't see any major surprises. I do see maybe an Alexander Rusev, and he's honestly the only guy I can think of to really be in there. I guess all 30 guys are going to start in the ring, and it's just going to be a big cluster of a match, honestly. You're going to get guys left and right, and to see like a winner, I can maybe Sheamus, maybe Dolph Ziggler. Actually, I hope Dolph Ziggler, but it's really between, for me, Big Show, Alexander Rusev, Sheamus, or Ziggler. Those are my 4, like, if I were to pick 4 guys that have a chance to win, it would definitely be them. Ziggler being number 4 of the 4. I thought he was on some sort of hot streak because he won like 3 matches in a row, but do I see him winning an Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal? It's possible. But I guess, yeah, like I said, Sheamus, Big Show, Rusev, just to kind of get his whole run started in a strong way, or Dolph Ziggler. So next match is the 6-man tag team match with the Shield against the New Age Outlaws and Kane. Now, me, I have no problem with the New Age Outlaws. For me, it's just a big nostalgia thing. It's like, you know, seeing these guys when I was 8 years old, and now it's like, you know, more than 10 years later. Or sorry, about 10 years later. No, it's more than 10 years later. Yeah, I'm like 24 right now, but it's been a long time, and these guys, they've been around for a long time. And just to see them back, it's like, I don't mind at all. In this situation, maybe not the best thing. I remember when they were doing the, I think it was WWE 13, that's when they should have came back, because the whole video game itself was about the Attitude Era. And what better way to push sales of the video game than have an iconic tag team of that era come back and just do their thing. I know they had the reunion. I remember I went to that event. It was Old School Raw where the New Age Outlaws faced Primo and Epico. I'm like, hey, have them come back, have them go for a tag title run. And but obviously they didn't do anything after that. They won the titles in a weird way. I don't think the Rhodes Brothers should have even lost it in the first place. And but now they're stuck in a 6-man, just a nothing match. I guess just the Shield having not broken up, they have nothing to do. So I guess it's just their way of getting on the card. And obviously I do see the Shield winning, with Roman Reigns being the star of the whole entire match. Next, you have the Vicky Guerrero Diva Championship Invitational. Everyone has a name. Everyone have to name their own gimmick. Now, every single diva, I think, on the roster, I don't see any. It's gonna be fun. I was listening to a podcast today, and they said when you stick a whole bunch of divas in a match, it's about as closest you're gonna get to like a real shoot fight in wrestling, because a lot of these girls don't know how to like work, and when you put them in the ring together, it's already crowded as it is, and they'll be like punching each other in the face, kneeing each other in the eye. It's going to be fun to watch, honestly, but it's going to be a big mess. And AJ is the champion, but I don't see her walking out as champion. Probably, I guess you're going to give it to Naomi, I guess was the original plan. I don't see that plan changing. It would be cool to see Natalya win, but I guess you got to go with Naomi on this one. Long title run for AJ, though. It'd be cool to see that title reign go for like a year, more than a year. But what can you do? Next, you probably have the pre-show match where you got like another tag team match, just to put a whole bunch of guys in there. You got 8 guys in this match: Swagger, Cesaro, the Real Americans, Ryback and Curtis Axel, the Usos, and the Matadors. I don't know how they made it on WrestleMania, but they're in there. And a fatal 4-way tag team championship match. It has potential. You have the Usos, you have the Real Americans, or more, you have Cesaro. It has potential to be a fun opener. It has maybe not an opener, but a pre-show match. It has potential. And I don't see a title change at all. I just see the Usos winning. And like I said, has potential. But I remember last year when Ryback was in like a semi-decent built match with him and Mark Henry, and it's just to see the decline of this guy is honestly so sad. I don't know. I'm sure everyone thinks the same thing, but when you look at reality on where he was like Hell in a Cell last year and where he was this year Hell in a Cell, it's just it's very, very strange, I guess is the right word. What's next? John Cena versus Bray Wyatt. This is, I guess, one of the major grudge matches of the show, one of the pushing points. You have Bray Wyatt just getting that push right to the top, and what better guy to do it than with John Cena? And they've been the build's been a lot better than I expected. I wasn't very keen on this match at the beginning, but watching the build, they've been doing a good job, and it's cool. For me, it's very intriguing to see what they might do with Bray Wyatt, if he gets the win, if he doesn't get the win, and where they go after WrestleMania. And but the match itself, I can see it being average. Nothing special like Daniel Bryan and Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt was in there with Daniel Bryan at the Royal Rumble. He was in a 6-man with the Shield, and now he's in a singles match with John Cena, who is good, but he's good with someone else who's very good, if you know what I mean. Bray Wyatt's average himself. Cena by himself isn't that great. So like I said, you get an average and an average. You're just going to get an average match. I think this match is just going to be built on the feud itself. The build-up is what's going to make this match special, but the payoff, I don't see anything special at all. The streak match, Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar. Now this is a match I was expecting. Everyone's been expecting this match to happen at some point in the few years that Brock Lesnar was around, but I didn't expect it to go like this. I expected Brock Lesnar to destroy the Undertaker at least somewhere in this build. The first week you had Lesnar come in, get chokeslammed through a table by the Undertaker. Second week you had Lesnar off and Heyman was on main event with the Undertaker. And third week was pretty much the week after. You had Undertaker just like send Lesnar head over heels onto the casket. Lesnar has been made out to look like an absolute goof during this build. And I think they have destroyed every sense of credibility or just tough man mentality that Lesnar had. And he really looks like any other person that faced the Undertaker who kind of feared the dead man, the mind games. The WWE formula kind of works as like whoever gets the upper hand ends up losing at the actual event, and I don't see the Undertaker losing, but I do see Undertaker getting the beating of a lifetime. If you watch my video on that, I don't see very much offense coming from the Undertaker side. I see an 80% Brock Lesnar and 20% Undertaker offense, but the 20% Undertaker will win, and the streak will stay alive. And as for, I forgot to talk about the Cena-Wyatt match. I see Bray Wyatt winning, honestly. I don't see them... he's on a roll. He beat Daniel Bryan, and I guess that only leads to him being Cena after. Because, like I'll talk about after. Next, Triple H versus Daniel Bryan. Winner gets the WWE title match, the triple threat. Oh, this is the match I wanted to see. I've been talking about it for months. It has the perfect build since SummerSlam. It's been built up great. Big angle. Daniel Bryan's out last week. I don't have a problem with it, but I guess a lot of people did. I think it's pretty obvious that Daniel Bryan's going to win. unless you do the Fatal 4-Way, but I do see Daniel Bryan just beating Triple H, making him tap is what he will do. I think he'll hit the running knee, Triple H will kick out, and then he'll end up tapping out to the yes lock, which will make it the main event of Daniel Bryan, Randy Orton, and Batista. As much as I'd like to see Big Dave walk out with that belt, imagine these two, Randy Orton and Batista, were in that match. Like, just them two. That match would have been so bad, especially if it was going on last. And I think if Daniel Bryan wasn't in that match, you would have the streak going last, and this kind of being the, second to last match. But, man, like, it's good for Daniel Bryan for kind of being that guy to kind of save the main event of WrestleMania. And this WrestleMania might be all just revolved around him, because I think a lot of people are expecting him to win. A lot of people are expecting WrestleMania to close with just a whole bunch of yes chants and that far eagle, like the far view of just everyone putting their fingers and arms up in the air. And it might happen. It could happen. I think it's pretty likely it will happen. It's cool. I don't mind. I think they've been building it up for long enough. They're very, very lucky that Daniel Bryan is still as over and as popular as he is, because once you made a guy like Ryback, for example, once he started losing, it was just downhill from there. But Daniel Bryan had a way and found a way to keep the fans on his side and not make them lose interest. And the payoff could be at WrestleMania, and I for damn sure hope it is, as much as I love Big Dave. But he deserves it. Daniel Bryan really deserves the belt. He's been working his ass off for over 6 months now. And 8 months, pretty much, over 8 months. And it's about time. It's about time the fans kind of got what they want. It's about time Daniel Bryan finally gets that big, long title run. And I was actually thinking, if Triple H wins that match and goes on and wins the title, how crazy everyone would be. But the next night, Daniel Bryan challenges him to a match, and then he wins the title on Raw. Now, I know it sounds a little bit strange, but in reality, more people are going to be watching Raw than they watch WrestleMania. And if you guys have been keeping up with the news, the USA Network, their deal's coming to a close pretty soon. So WWE needs to do something to like renew that deal. What might they do? They might have their biggest over guy win the belt from technically their biggest heel in the company right now, which is Triple H. I think it makes sense, but if, I think everyone's there to see it happen at WrestleMania, not happen at Monday Night Raw in front of 68 or whatever thousand compared to 20 at the Smoothie King Center, I think it's called, in New Orleans. But that's the WrestleMania card. Not the strongest card in the world, but I do think because it's on the network, they really don't have to put too much effort into things, because as long as you got the subscription, you're watching WrestleMania. And I heard a lot of people, well, obviously I've seen a lot of people have the network, and it's fine. I'm going to be there, so it's not going to, WrestleMania is great no matter what. Whether it's be the shittiest card like 27, whether it be the greatest card like 28, whether it be just an average card like 29, or another average card like 30, you're bound to have fun. It's just the greatest time in the world, and I look forward to it every year. And it's great. You really have to be there to just experience it yourself. Me telling you just does not do it justice for how great WrestleMania is. The next videos that'll be on this channel are going to be the loot video, which is going to be when I come back, and obviously the vlog videos. I'm going to be doing the one day at a time, and I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm going to look forward to meeting a lot of you there, and the click 30, the glare, click 30. See you guys in the next video.